its plan for economic growth with this transformative telecommunications infrastructure.
Question number 12, the Honourable Rick Barker.
Mr Speaker, my question is to the Minister of Defence and reads, does he stand by his statement in relation to the treatment and care of New Zealand veterans who attend the commemorations in Crete that, open quotes, we need to do better for the future, are concerned about this, and I guess as a nation we do owe them an apology?
The Honourable Dr Wayne Matt.
Mr Speaker, I am and was concerned that we need to properly respect our veterans. It is clear that the $2,000 was not sufficient, and we will be doing better for the future 70th commemorations. Mr Speaker, I do apologise to the Crete veterans that I did not achieve the level of support that the public and they would have reasonably expected.
The Honourable Rick Barker.
To the Minister, will the Minister confirm that at the beginning of this year that a New Zealand Air Force aircraft was scheduled to take the veterans to Crete, providing them with a similar commemorations provided by the Australians that they gave to their veterans? And can the Minister explain why this plan was shelved, leaving our own veterans to make their own way to Crete, to fend for themselves, unlike their Australian comrades who were treated with appropriate care and respect?
The Honourable Dr Wayne Matt.
Mr Speaker, I was advised that was the original plan, but of course the earthquake did occur and there was a huge deployment of New Zealand Defence Forces assisting in Christchurch, and of course we do have a much higher level of temporary operations than previously was the case. Mr Speaker, it would be fair to say that the government collectively has learnt from this experience and will be doing better in the future.
The Honourable Rick Barker.
Mr Speaker, to the Minister, does he believe that Australia hosted their Crete veterans to a luncheon following a National War Memorial service for the Battle of Crete in the Australian Parliament, that the veterans would be served a meal that befits their status in the community, or a meal such as was served to our veterans here in the Grand Hall that consisted of soup, bread rolls, with sausage rolls cut in half, tomato sauce and a lamington for dessert? And why does he believe that half a sausage roll is appropriate?
The Honourable Dr Wayne Matt.
Mr Speaker, I know the Minister of Veterans Affairs has deep respect for the veteran community. I'm aware of the many events that she attends, and of course the event was hosted here. She is in fact leading the planning of World War II commemorations for the future, and she'll be reporting to Cabinet in September of this year going forward.
Mr Speaker.
Sorry?
Supplementary question.
The Honourable Rick Barker.
Will the Minister defer on the retrospective payments to our veterans who went to Crete, or will the Minister take a leadership position by making a meaningful apology to the veterans and reimburse those who travelled the reasonable costs they incurred, and if not, why not?
The Honourable Dr Wayne Matt.
Mr Speaker, this is an issue I am discussing with my Cabinet colleagues. There is some challenge around retrospectivity, but it is a matter I am discussing with Cabinet colleagues.
The Honourable Rick Barker.
Mr Speaker, to the Minister, with the Minister's renewed enthusiasm for the concerns of veterans, will the Minister lobby the Government for a response to the Law Commission report on support for veterans, now a year overdue, to fix the fact that veterans are being supported less well than ordinary Kiwis who have access to ACC, and when will the vets get some action from the Government on this vital issue?
The Honourable Dr Wayne Matt.
Speaker, I know that the Minister of Veterans Affairs is actually dealing with this issue.
And that brings to a close questions for oral answer. I call on Government Order of the Day number 1.